Welcome to the Heartlifter Way. I'm Janell Reardon. Like many women, I know what it feels like to carry life quietly while still showing up for everyone else. This podcast was created as a gentler space for emotionally weary women. Women longing for hope, healing, emotional honesty, spiritual grounding, and the reminder that they were never meant to carry life alone. Here, we walk the gentle path, grounded in what is real, emotionally honest, spiritually rooted, and moving forward with hope. So, take a breath, settle in, and let's walk the Heartlifter Way together. Mental Health Week feels like the right time to say this out loud. So many women are carrying life silently, holding families together, managing emotions, staying strong, pushing through exhaustion, trying not to fall apart. The Heartlifter Way was born from a deep belief. You were never meant to carry life alone. This space exists at the intersection of emotional awareness, spiritual formation, compassionate companionship, and somatic experiencing. Not self-help, not performance, not pretending. Just honest conversations for women learning how to carry life differently. More gently, more truthfully, more whole. This is more than a podcast. It's a way of living. And if I'm honest, which I always try to be, there was a moment in my life that made all this impossible to ignore. A moment that didn't just get my attention, it stopped me. I experienced a cardiac event. If you've been listening to today's Heart Lift with Janell, you know a little bit about this. And even now, saying that out loud feels very tender, because it wasn't just physical. It was revealing. I remember becoming aware of my body in a way I never had before. My breath felt shallow. Oh, so shallow. In fact, I couldn't get my breath. Like it couldn't quite reach where it needed to go. There was a tightness in my chest that I couldn't explain away. I couldn't pray it away. I couldn't vagal nervous exercises it away. No, that tightness remained. And this deep, unsettling awareness that something inside me wasn't at ease. Everything in me wanted to push past it, push through it, to minimize it, to keep going. But I couldn't. No. I tried. You know I did. I tried really hard. But I couldn't. Finally, in a very still, dark place where my body wouldn't let me rush ahead, I started to recognize something deeper. Up until that point, I didn't think of myself as someone living in survival mode. No. I was functioning, quite high functioning. I was showing up. I was doing all the things I believed I was supposed to do, and probably more. But underneath it all, way down deep, way, way, way down deep, my body, my precious body, had been holding what my heart hadn't made space for. Oh, let me say that again. Underneath it all, my body, my precious, precious body, had been holding what my heart hadn't made space for. The stress, the pressure, the emotional weight, the constant moving forward and pushing through without ever really asking, how am I actually doing? Oh, and in that moment, I saw it clearly. I hadn't just been living my life. I had been bracing my way through it, holding tension, pushing through, staying just one step ahead of what I didn't want to feel. That experience became a turning point. Not overnight. No, it has not been overnight. No. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be experiencing 3 months from my cardiac ablation. 10 months from the actual onset of this journey. But gently and sometimes, no, not sometimes, always firmly, this has invited me to change the way I was living. To move out of survival mode and into a slower, more intentional, more gentle, more honest way of being. I've been through many, many changes in my life, 3 specific body-altering changes where my body really spoke loudly. And these were 3 very strategic vocational transitions as well. But this one's been different. I think because it involved my heart. You see, this journey is where heart lifting became more than an idea. Yeah, this is where the heart lifter found herself in the back of an ambulance, in a bed hooked to an IV and heart monitor in an ER. And when the curtains and the door of that ER closed and left me there all by myself, alone with myself and God, I realized that the heart lifter needed a heart lift. And this is where it became real. No longer just an idea, a concept on a page, or even an expansive platform, as those of you who are authors will understand. It became a life-saving necessity, a daily returning, a way of saying, I'm going to pay attention to what's happening within me. I'm going to stop rushing past what needs care. I'm going to bring this, all of this, to God. And I'm going to start thinking about myself first. That is probably the most difficult life change. I know you understand. All of us as women carry so many things. And that shift is at the core of what Heartlift Wellness is now all about. Slow work, intentional work, and deeply gentle, transformational work. And the Heartlifter Way, this podcast, is simply the extension of that. It's what it looks like to live everything that I'm bringing here out in real time. Heartlifting isn't about fixing your life. It's not about going to counseling or spiritual direction, therapy, church, which are all highly beneficial, beautiful practices for a rich, remarkable, meaningful life. It's not about becoming a better version of yourself as quickly as possible. And it's not about bypassing your emotions in the name of faith. Heartlifting is about learning how to lift your heart to God honestly, bringing your questions, your grief, your hope, your uncertainty, and trusting that He meets you there. I used to think strength meant holding everything together. I even wrote a book, Stronger Every Day. And since writing that book, boy, have I truly learned what it means to become stronger every day. I used to think that strength meant keeping my faith strong, staying positive, moving forward no matter what. But what I've learned through my own story and through walking with so many women at Heartlift Wellness, it's this. Real strength often looks like slowing down. Like making space to feel what's true, like letting God meet you in places you'd rather avoid, like choosing presence over performance. That's a hard one for me. But that is the Heartlifter Way. So this podcast, this space, is for the woman who feels deeply, who loves God, but sometimes wrestles with what that looks like in everyday life, who's doing her best to show up, but still wonders if she's doing it right. And if that's you, you are in the right place. Each week, we're going to talk about emotional and spiritual health, faith in the middle of our real life, not an ideal Instagram life, but a messy life. Relationships, identity, purpose, and the quiet, gentle inner work that often goes unseen, but changes everything. And if I'm honest, as I really try to be, we're going to spend most of our time there now. There will be teaching, luminous, wise voices, but also storytelling. Because one thing I've seen over and over again through my practice, Heartlift Wellness, is this. When a woman hears someone else tell the truth about her story, something in her own life begins to lift. She feels less alone, less hidden, more able to breathe again. Let's just take a breath now. A slow inhale. I hope that's what this space becomes for you. A place where you don't feel rushed. A place where you don't feel like you have to perform. A place where your heart can be tended to with care. For me, this journey has been shaped through dark seasons of uncertainty, grief, growth, and a whole lot of unlearning. unlearning the pressure to have quick answers, unlearning the belief that faith means never struggling and always to keep pushing through, unlearning the idea that healing should be fast and tidy. Come on, get on with it. It's been about learning how to stay present, stay honest, stay connected to God, even when I don't fully understand what He's doing. That's the invitation here. So as we begin this beautiful mental health week, our Heart Lifter Way series, you don't have to have answers. You don't have to have it all together. You just need to be willing to show up right where you are. If this space feels like a place your heart can exhale, I'd love to stay connected with you between episodes. You can find me at The Heart Lifter Way online. Until next time, take a gentle breath. Stay grounded in what is real. And remember, you were never meant to carry life alone. Keep walking the gentle path. This is the Heart Lifter Way.